Shut up and sit down.
Hey, I'm Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And if you like our videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell thing. That would be very kind of you indeed. And tonight, as usual, we are being surprised by you, our viewers, who have recommended movies that we should check out, and we're filming our reactions to those movies.
So what do we have coming up now?
Well, next up we have a big upcoming Hindi movie that, normally on the face of it, it probably doesn't sound like the type of movie I would necessarily want to watch. This is a crime drama, which sounds okay, but it's based on the life of a stockbroker called Harshad Mehta, who was involved in criminal activities with the stock market from the period of 1980 to 1990. I'm not a big financial guy. I prefer simpler movies with big budget action, so I'm not sure what I'm going to think about this. However, I've heard enough great things about it that I kind of figured we should check it out.
Sounds good.
Now, the other thing I heard about this movie is the title track is a repurposed song by a really popular YouTuber called Kari Minati. There's a song called Yalgar, which has been repurposed for the title track, and there's a lot of buzz about this, so I'm kind of expecting some special things on the musical side, which doesn't necessarily gel in my head with the idea of a financial criminal. So, like everything else in the world, this movie was delayed due to COVID-19, but it's finally seeing the light of day on April 8th when it will be streaming worldwide on Disney+Hotstar. So we're going to be able to see it very, very soon, but for now, we're going to check out the trailer, hang around until afterwards, and we'll let you know what we think about it. But for now...
Let's go.
Let's go!
इस देश में हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। नकली प्रमोटर्स यूज कर सकते हैं। पुलिस को रिश्वत दे सकते हैं, मीडिया को धमका सकते हैं, लोगों को खरीद सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। बस एक रूल है, पकड़े नहीं जा सकते।
भाभी जी से डांट नहीं खाए, इसीलिए।
अयो,
सोचिए कि लॉटरी लग गई है।
कौन सी लॉटरी?
स्टॉक मार्केट। तुक्का आने दाव में बहुत फर्क है वीरेन। मैंने बहुत सोच समझ के जानकारी हासिल करके दाव लगाया।
ये जो सीक्रेट इंफॉर्मेशन इकट्ठा करके तुम मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो ना, इसे इनसाइडर ट्रेडिंग कहते हैं।
तुम नहीं पियो?
पीऊंगा, जब बेस्ट क्वालिटी का मिले तब पीऊंगा।
देखो, जब हेमंत इन्वॉल्व होता है तो कुछ ना कुछ तो होता ही है, लेकिन इस बार मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, बम फटने वाला है। बम। यस।
मुझे मिसिंग पैसे के बारे में पता है, पूरे 565 crores, and I'm doing a story on it। आपका स्टेटमेंट चाहिए?
मेरे शेयर की वैल्यू कहाँ तक ले जा सकते हैं?
आपका शेयर इतिहास बनाएगा, लिख के दे सकता हूँ।
मुझे पर काटना आता है। अब तुम गिरने की आदत डाल दो हेमंत शाह।
मैंने इस शहर को इतना बदलता हुआ पहले कभी नहीं देखा। It's like India is reborn।
मेरे आइडियाज के लिए मुझे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट की नहीं, पॉलिटिकल सपोर्ट की जरूरत है। इनमें से कोई तो है जो हमारे सारी सीक्रेट लीक कर रहा है। कपड़े उतारो। अगर गवर्नमेंट और सिस्टम को मुझे पकड़ना है तो उन्हें अपनी स्पीड बढ़ानी।
समझा दे अपने भाई को कि बहुत ऊंची उड़ान भर रहा है, तो वो भी बिना पैराशूट के।
लेकिन एक दलाल ही है ना।
हेमंत भाई कोई टिप?
भगवान से भी ज्यादा पैसे हैं हमारे पास।
डर है कि वो वापस करेगा और फिर रुकेगा नहीं। इस सब का ये मतलब है कि it's your word against the prime minister।
तुम्हें तो सच पता होना चाहिए। इंडिया का पहला बिलियनर मैं बनूंगा। मैं ना हो ना कोई और।
So, we've just seen the full trailer for The Big Bull coming on April 8th telling the true story of a man who was attempting to be India's first billionaire. Seems like he goes up against the Indian Prime Minister from basically 1980 through 1990 and his crazy gamble to play the stock market. Yeah, that was intriguing to me. Before I babble on, what did you think about it?
It looks incredible. I like how much intrigue there is, which we haven't seen in any of the trailers we've seen previously. I like it kind of like having that political intrigue and the business intrigue. Yeah, I like the shift in tone from the ones we've seen previously.
Yeah, and maybe because people know that I like really dumb action movies with explosions and bikes flying over things. Maybe that's why people have recommended that kind of movie and not typically the kind of movie like The Big Bull. But yeah, this is definitely not the kind of movie I would rush to see normally. But I'm actually intrigued. I have watched a few similar Western documentaries. Normally when I'm on a flight, it's the kind of thing I really like to watch while I'm just trapped in a tiny seat on an airplane for 6 hours. But yeah, this actually, there was enough in the trailer that made me think, oh, I wonder what happens next, that I would pretty much have to watch it, I think.
So we've covered some other crime-type movie trailers previously, and we have got a running thread deciding which crimes we should and shouldn't do. We did decide that we shouldn't murder, but we did leave options open for stealing diamonds. What do you feel about forging documents and running kind of stock type scams?
Yeah, like insider trading. Honestly, anytime I hear stories about somebody stealing from a bank, or not like stealing from a bank with a gun. I mean, like if someone finds some way to play a bank and you hear these stories about someone who like takes a cent or a penny from every account in a country and nobody even notices, and they, the banks have to refund it anyway. To me, they kind of seem like victimless crimes, especially insider trading as well. I mean, I know people do lose their own money and their own fortunes, but it's not like you're doing a stick-up at a bank and stealing a bag of money. In fact, even that could, I guess, be a victimless crime, except for the poor teller who's terrified. But I don't know, anytime somebody is like stealing on the stock market or something, maybe I'm just a little bit slow, but I struggle to think, who is it that you're stealing from at the end of the day? Like, who's the person who looks at the end of their account at the end and is like, where's all my money? And is there some insurance that covers that person anyway? So I don't know. I guess it's my long rambling answer. I don't know whether I would be tempted if we were allowed a list of crimes. Yeah, it's funny. Like if, say I was walking down the street and there was a big security truck full of money and it was like loading money in, and they drove off and just left a bag of money there outside a bank. And there was just no one around. And I looked around and there were no CCTV cameras. I would just think, you know what, that money, like, whose money is it anyway? It's some bank's money. A bank isn't a person. I'll just yoink that money and take it.
So I feel like you covered the should. I would like to cover the could. And no, we couldn't. Because there is so much of a level of detail that I just don't have any patience for. So,
yeah.
I'll help you with it, but you'll need to be like the detail person because I can't focus like that.
Yeah, and like I said at the beginning, I'm not a financial guy at all. I've never really... I've always just felt like the stock market was gambling, and I just haven't wanted to gamble with my money. Like, I don't even like using those machines that you put $1 in and pull the thing. And
the ATM.
Yeah, no, not the ATM. Like one-arm bandit gambling machines. I can't remember what they call them here in the States. But yeah, I don't even like using those. So, like, I don't like losing $1 in those machines. I don't want to lose, like, $100,000 on the stock market or something. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Closest I get to gambling are the claw machines. And I do get obsessed, and then I want that little squishy thing.
Do you ever get the little squishy thing?
No.
You never do. That's my point. So yeah, as much as I would love it if I could somehow win $1 billion somehow on the stock market, and I think if there were some shady, sketchy ways to do it, I might be tempted as the main character in this movie. But yeah, I don't think I have the patience or the wherewithal to do it, so sorry.
Yeah. I'd rather be a millionaire and be able to sleep comfortably, knowing that people weren't out to get me, than be a billionaire and always be, like, nervous.
Very true. So I guess back to this movie.
That's what
yeah, I've sidetracked a little bit there. For me, there was definitely enough in here to make me want to watch it. And the fact that it's a true story as well is kind of fascinating. And also, I actually don't know, a lot about the the stock market in India. I don't know a lot about how the political intrigue works. It would actually be kind of educational for me. I also really liked the styles, like the actual clothing and the outfits people were wearing that looked like 80s India. I thought that was kind of cool. The vehicles as well. Like, it looked really well done in terms of recapturing the spirit of the 80s. And the soundtrack to the trailer was intriguing as well. I don't know if it necessarily sounded very 80s, but it certainly sounded cool.
It was nice and bouncy.
Yeah, exactly. So I think this one does just enough. Even though I wouldn't normally want to watch this kind of movie, it does just enough to hook me in. How about you?
Would you say it's visually stunning?
This might be the first trailer we've checked out. It was certainly, there were impressive visuals. Did it leave me, no.
We didn't get those sweeping vistas that we got used to.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe as two foreigners who have been stuck in their home for literally a year and not really seen the outside, whenever we see those sweeping Indian landscapes, it's just gobsmacking. This didn't have that. So, it missed out on that. But
And, we didn't see... the stunts and fights that you like.
Or the dancing that you like.
Dancing.
Yeah, I think we're missing stunts, fights, dancing, and visually stunning landscapes.
I did like how stylish it was. Obviously, as he's getting more money and he's kind of living more luxuriously, I liked those elements.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, I agree.
The outfits and things, I like those.
Yeah, I also liked it that you could subtly tell that he was losing it. Like, the deeper and deeper he got into the plot, that he was just starting to lose his grip a little bit. And that is testament to a great actor who can subtly give you the impression that they're just losing it.
And I think another way that was hinted at as well was it was quite claustrophobic. Like we were saying, you don't get the sweeping vistas, but there were a lot of kind of close-up shots, and there were lots of shots of him in crowded rooms or in small rooms, and the camera's really kind of quite close to his face. So it felt claustrophobic, and I'm wondering if that's going to be a thread kind of as things start to kind of close in on him. Are we going to see more of that kind of close work?
Maybe. Well, I guess we don't have very long to wait to find out. April 8th, you're going to be seeing The Big Bull worldwide. And of course, you don't have to wait very long to see us again. So I guess that's all we've got for you, but we will see you next time on the next Dork Trailer Ambush.
Peace out, nerds.
Bye, big bulls.
Shut up and sit down.